Okay, you want to say that stuff?
I want you to say it.
No, Donna said.
I want you to say it.
You said.
You say it.
You said. No, I think it would be really nice to hear it.
You say it better than I do. We were 19, and his best friend was dating my best friend. And she wanted me to meet Michael Kaplan so that when he asked me out, she was sure he would ask me out. She had a great deal of confidence in me that I would say, only if we double date.
And so they came to where we always hung out, and her girlfriend had her walk in front of us a number of times, knowing that I would look up.
Eventually.
And I would look up, and there would be no way that I could possibly let that beautiful woman go by. And sure enough, I got up, and that went over to her.
And I said to her later, if he asks me out, I'm going out whether we double or not. And that's how it started. And it still hasn't ended.
We were apart a lot because I traveled a lot, and we missed each other a lot. So when the time came later when I decided that I would like to retire from this constant role of business to pursue something else, I wanted to pursue it with Elaine.
We wanted to do something meaningful together, and through many aspects of our life, we'd found psychotherapy, and we decided to go back to school together.
When we completed our master's degrees and went into internships at a community counseling center, there was tremendous focus on women who were escaping domestic violence and abusers, and we started to work with a population that was struggling on homelessness.
My husband threatened me that he was going to kill me if I ever called the police again. And I knew that living in this environment was terribly harmful for my child. And the only other option was to couch surf or literally live on the streets.
So it had become a dream of ours to find a refuge for women and children who needed to make other choices.
When we saw the workings of JFCS and then later got involved when I was asked to be on the board and got to see the quality of the staff and the quality of the services they were providing, we saw an opportunity to do an expansion on this work that we wanted to do, which was domestic violence and women and children on the street, getting them into a safe place in which to grow and build a new and successful life.
My name is Nayeli. We were living with a man. He has problems with drugs and alcohol. He tried to hit my daughter Denise, so we started fighting. Somebody called the police, and they said that I must go on shelter, and I found this program, Dream House, a great program.
When we went over to facilitate in the old Dream House, the small Dream House, we realized the size of the need, we realized the quality of the work that could be done, the effect that we could have on people's lives because of having all of the services that we needed to really make it work.
JFCS has provided family therapy, individual therapy, Parents Place does therapy with the children, job trainings, legal assistance, because so many of the women are fighting custody battles, and they're pretty lost.
When I was not living in Dream House, it was very, very difficult to think that I would really have a place to stay in and that my reality was going to change that much. It was like a really bad nightmare.
Elaine and I became very excited about the fact that we could expand this program because we not only were there to provide our time, but also our financial support. So we went out and we searched the market and we found an absolutely perfect building.
When I learned that the name of the place I was going to was Dream House, it made sense to me, because yes, it is a place where we go with a dream, and it is the dream of living without violence in our lives. But then when we started working with Elaine and Michael Kaplan, I realized that it was really about a more profound dream, even more profound than living without violence. It was about living in a safe place where we were going to learn the tools to continue living a healthy, free life.
I remember many things that they said that we must not allow anybody to abuse us in any way.
It was really like going to the promised land. For some of us, this was our first opportunity to see a healthy relationship between a man and a woman. So they are working together and they grow together. They have different points of view and they say these points of view in very respectful ways.
JFCS has made it possible for our dream to become a reality.
We can't say enough about the satisfaction that we have for having been so fortunate as to find JFCS. So we were able to have the support necessary to fulfill a dream we had, that what we would see is women coming in who had been abused and battered and traumatized, and who were living on the street or without resources, and watch them go through a process where they developed a sense of self, a pride, a real confidence that they can make a better life and have a different life now.
And it's so great to see them begin to take on a sense of self, knowing that they have possibilities they didn't realize they had.
That is the most rewarding thing we could ever do. It's watching somebody who everybody had given up on really turn their life around and have the happiness and joy they deserved.